Hey there, Misketeers. Welcome back to Missing Out Mondays, where we tell you what we're into. Start your week off right. I'm Tauri Jay.
I am Lex Michael.
And this week, I have started watching one of the best animes I've seen in a long time. Do you want to know what it's called, Lex Michael?
Do they all talk like that?
Yep, just like that.
All right. Well, I'm out.
Oh, no.
What is it? What is it? Tell me.
It's called Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba.
I bet it is.
It is. You don't have, no bets necessary. That's what it's called.
Wait, I would win that bet.
That's true.
Yeah.
But no one's going to take the other side.
Don't stand between me and my fortune and glory.
Okay. So the name translating to, Demon Slayer is English.
It translates to man who makes cookies.
Yes.
Yes.
And Kimetsu no Yaiba is basically like Blade of the Demon Destroyer. The concept is that this kid gets his family gets murdered by demons, and he ends up trying to rescue his sister, who she becomes part demon, and so he's looking for a way to return her back to being human.
Okay.
And there's a secret organization that hunts demons, and so he trains to become part of that organization. The way the story unfolds and shares information little by little, it really helps to kind of build the lore of this world. It's not just like a big info dump. Like, you're learning as the character himself is learning.
Okay.
And it's really sweet. This guy really cares for his sister, and he's super empathetic. Like, a lot of characters throughout, like, you see it, and they also note how empathetic towards demons he is, even though demons are the ones that took his family. There's a moment in one of the episodes, which I won't spoil like the context, but a demon is dying, and like he notes how sad they smell, and you get a little bit of the demon's backstory, and you're like, oh, that is sad. And so he like holds the demon's hand as it's like dying, and you're like, oh fuck, this kid, he's so heartwarming.
What does sadness smell like?
Probably funk. But beyond just the really efficient and interesting storytelling, the animation is phenomenal.
Okay.
Just like all of the design work that they do, like all of his sword slashes, once he's trained, they're water themed, and so he gets there. You can see like a stream of water as his blade will slice, and it's in a very old Japanese art style. And it's so smooth. It's very fluid. They do a little bit of CG in weird places, but like for the most part, it enhances the overall look of the show. So I highly recommend it. You can watch the whole thing subbed on Hulu. And then if you wanted to watch it dubbed, I believe you would have to watch it on either Toonami or Adult Swim. Okay. I mainly watch subbed things because I like the original context, blah, 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 blah. But I hear that the dub is also very good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So watch it, Lex Michael.
Okay.
All right. The demons it gets gruesome.
It does actually. That sounds cool. It does, sincerely. A decent chance I'll be alienated by it anyway.
But I gave you all the context about why so many anime involve organizations and hierarchies and things of that sort. Once you know that information, everything just starts to click into place.
We're edging closer.
We're
maybe
getting there.
It's a long journey. It's a long road ahead. But life is the journey, not the destination, which is good because the destination's anime, and I don't even know. No, it's anime, and I don't even know if I want to get there and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, y'all.
What are you into, Lex?
I'll tell you what I'm into. Over this weekend, I checked out the Netflix original movie Dolemite Is My Name's, directed by Craig Brewer, starring Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Rudy Ray Moore and Dolemite at all?
Yes.
Okay. So knowing that this movie was coming out, I went and I finally watched the original Dolemite, which is just a glorious piece of cinema. It's not good at all by any traditional metric, but there is something that so to me pops about Rudy Ray Moore's performance, and the character Dolemite is based on a character he cultivated to do stand up.
Yeah.
And eventually he decided, and this is what the movie's about, Eddie Murphy playing Rudy Ray Moore. The movie's essentially about him feeling like he has so much more to express artistically, and there's a much bigger audience for him and what he can do out there, but nobody is giving him the breaks, nobody's giving him the opportunities. And ultimately he decides, well, if nobody's going to have that confidence in me, nobody's going to help me create those opportunities, then I'm going to create those opportunities myself.
Yeah.
And so that's part of how the Dolemite movie came to be. And this movie, Dolemite Is My Name, in large part focuses on the development and the making of that movie. And Eddie Murphy is the best that he's been in a very, very long. Like Dreamgirls was easily the last time he was this good.
Yeah.
And before that, you probably got to go back to the 80s for him. Like I believe he's excellent in this movie. Like excellent. Wesley Snipes. I couldn't tell you what exactly Wesley Snipes is doing in this movie performance-wise, but I think it's wonderful. Like, I haven't had this much fun watching Wesley Snipes maybe ever. Like,
interesting.
He is just going for this sort of over-the-top, drunken, comedic performance, because he's playing the more experienced actor that Rudy Ray Moore asked to be in the movie.
Yeah.
And he said that he would do it if he also got to direct the movie, and apparently was just plastered the entire time. But what I really liked about the movie, A, I think it's very funny. Mm-hmm. B, like I said, I think Murphy is excellent. But I also really enjoyed if opportunities aren't coming my way, I'm going to create my own opportunities of it all. I'm going to invest in myself, essentially. Part of why we're doing this show is because nobody was saying, like, we did have some opportunities, but nobody was saying, hey, why don't you do exactly the show you want to do on our time and just like ignore whatever notes we have, just completely do your own thing. Nobody was saying that to us. So we said, all right, we'll do it ourselves.
Right.
I really like that attitude. I've always been a big proponent of don't wait for other people to give you opportunities, because they probably won't. Do whatever you can to generate, especially if you're an artist, do whatever you can to generate your own material. Even if nobody else believes in it, even if, well, I mean, be smart with your money, because if you're borrowing a ton of cash or maxing out your credit cards, that's a gamble. But I love that. I love that attitude, and I love that spirit, and that the movie really connected with me on that level as well. But I recommend this movie a bunch. I think it, to me, avoids a lot of the traditional trappings of biopics. And I'm sure if I watched it again, I could go, oh, okay, yes, a lot of biopics do this and this and this and this and this. But I feel like Eddie Murphy's performance, and of course the rest of the supporting cast, is phenomenal as well. I feel like it elevates what could have been far weaker material, although I do think the script is pretty strong. I dug it a lot. Craig Brewer is now there. He's reteaming with Eddie Murphy and Wesley Snipes for the Coming to America sequel.
Oh, nice.
Very curious to see what that looks like. But I dig it, and you can watch it without leaving your home. I would though highly encourage you to check out the original Dolemite before seeing it. I saw Dolemite, like I said, for the first time pretty shortly before, like within days of watching this one. And I'm very glad that I did, because even though I think I still would have connected to the movie on the levels that I was describing, you get a lot more out of it if you've seen Dolemite, and like you see them making these scenes, and you know what the final product ultimately looks like, which is a movie that is, you could argue it's bad, but I think it's so bad that it comes all the way around to being exquisite.
Okay.
And they did know that they were making something funny. They weren't taking it deathly serious. So when you sit there watching the movie and you find yourself cackling at what looks like total ineptitude, know that, one, it is total ineptitude, and two, they were aware that they were making something that would be funny.
Gotcha.
But to reiterate, I'm a big fan of that concept. Don't wait on somebody to give you opportunities. Create your own opportunities, because nobody's going to believe in you the way you believe in you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not gonna get out there and say, like, my ideas are worth it, I can do this, just watch. Like, you don't think I can? Well, let me prove you wrong and stuff. I really appreciate that spirit, and so that did a bunch for me. But again, like, Murphy's great. I think the movie's very funny. I check it out, and check out the original Dolemite, because I fell down a bit of a Rudy Ray Moore rabbit hole, and like, now, like, he did a sequel to Dolemite called The Human Tornado, which now I gotta seek out and watch. Apparently way more kung fu in that one. That was a big thing Rudy Ray Moore wanted in Dolemite. He's like, it's a movie, there's got to be kung fu. I think they went in the movie, there's a scene where Dolemite, where Rudy Ray Moore and his friends go to see, I believe it's The Front Page, which was the remake. Well, it's basically His Girl Friday, but more based on the original play, where both lead characters are men, with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. And they come out, and he was basically like, there was no kung fu in that at all. What is this? Like, if this can be in theaters, why can't, you know what I mean? Like, if this counts, why not me? And so kung fu was something he wanted to put in to his movie. There is some really silly kung fu in the movie, but apparently after the first one, he went, not enough kung fu in that one. In the sequel, more kung fu and stuff. But it's I think Dolemite's a blast. Grab a beverage of your choice and stuff, and watch that. Have a really good time, and then check out Dolemite Is My Name, because I think it's one of my favorite movies of the year so far.
And guys, if you want to leave your house to see it, I believe that they're playing it at the Beverly in LA.
Yes, you can check out Dolemite Is My Name in theaters if you're fortunate enough to have it playing near you.
Yeah. So that's dope. And it also sounds like if you were a fan of the movie The Disaster Artist, you'd probably like this.
There is some overlap.
All right. Well, everyone, what are you into? I mean, this is a Halloween week. Halloween is on a Thursday. You probably did all your partying this last weekend, so you're probably listening to this and you're like, I'm hungover. Which, good on you.
If you're really hungover, that voice probably just made your head hurt.
Oh, how dare you! That was the hangover cure voice. But anyways, let us know what you're into. Let us know what your plans are for Halloween. Let us know what your life is like this week. You can do so on our Twitter, which is Missing Outcast, MissingOutcast. But if you're like, yo, I just want to talk to Lex, well, where can people do that?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at the Lex Michael.
Nice. And you can find me at Tauri Jay, TauriJay. And don't forget to check us out tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the third installment of the Halloween series, Season of the Witch. But not Season of the Witch, the Nicolas Cage movie, which is a different movie.
It is. That is not Halloween 3.
No.
Although Michael Myers is not in that one either.
No. But he should be. I wish he was. It probably would have done better. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that and all the mystery and intrigue and the history of its creation. So make sure to catch us tomorrow for our main show. It's going to be a fun romp, baby. Until then,
love those fun romps.
Ooh, yeah, you gotta. And then we'll talk to you then. Bye. Spooky, spooky, scary week. Spooky, spooky, scary week. Boop, boop, boop.
Branding pending.